That's I just I feel like doing it. Well, y'all, it's yeah, make my mics. Alright, mic check, mic check. What's up, y'all? So it's anyway here with a video, and it's just something that I found very interesting in this that I feel like I want to touch on while we're here. So I want to change my volume levels real quick. I don't know. That's not gonna do anything. Okay. Anyway, so in this video, I made a comment you guys should be able to see right here. We're gonna go to this right here.
It's the leftovers, essentially.
Yes, and
So if you listen to this, Parliament Lodge, he's talking about the Ryan Garcia thing, situation, him coming, his B cell will come back positive, stuff like that. As you can see on Twitter, so can you guys see my transitions? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so as you can see, he's updating right here. It says, a negative hair cannot exclude it. So this is Victor Conte. He's really, I mean, big on this stuff. So he's explaining everything that's going on about the B samples. So yeah, he's adding them to kind of get them. And their leadership. So this is something new. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. But anyway, I just give y'all context on that. Um, let's go back to the video. So anyway, he's gonna say something that's very, 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 very interesting. That got me wondering. I'm probably gonna put it in the title so y'all can know, but uh, I'm gonna just play it first. Um, there's two fighters on the pound for pound list on my last video. I can show you guys. If y'all just go to my, I think that was my actually most recent video. Let me see. No, actually it wasn't, because I got another video. It will be, yeah, the second to my latest video. You will look at my pound for pound list. It's two fighters on there. The reason why I'm not trying to say the name because I don't want to give it off and confuse, but I'm about again put it in the title to give just more attention to this because what Paulie says is very interesting. He talk about how the drug works. So we'll play a little bit back, but let's just listen to this.
Paulie's shocked face. Go ahead and give it to me.
not
Not even give me the shock face. Not even a little. Not one.
I mean, nothing shocks me in boxing. Come on, that's not really what it's about.
What are your thoughts,
it's about, I guess what everybody's we'll all give our thoughts. I mean, I know Chris. He actually is one of the people that explained this to me because Chris is more so the expert on this stuff. But I've also heard it from another person in the media that had connections to a what's those kind of doctors called? What lobotomist? What are they called?
Phlebotomist.
Phlebotomist. Okay, so here's the way it works, and I'm sure Chris also understands because Chris partially explained this to me as well. Here's how it works when you're microdosing. So you bigger dose off season, which is not when there's no fights and nobody's getting tested because boxing is the Wild West and doesn't test in between fights. Yep. And then you're microdosing during camp. And when you're microdosing, it is trapped in the fat and therefore not going into your bloodstream, so therefore it's harder to catch you. When a fighter struggles to make weight, sometimes they're losing all that fat and you get a little bit of tricklage coming out of the fat, and the drugs will come out in small spurts. That's why they're always caught in small doses. And people, the moronic part of the population will say, oh, that's not enough to help him. No, that's just the part that finally leaked.
It's the leftovers, essentially.
Yes, and because they struggle in weight, which is also a typical thing when you start to think about it, why guys keep moving up in weight. So there's less struggles when they're doping to make weight, and therefore they keep moving up in weight and keep showing no signs of weakening and no signs of aging and no signs of, we don't have to name names.
Now, let's play that back.
The fat and the drugs will come out in small spurts. That's why they're always caught in small doses. And people, the moronic part of the population will say, oh, that's not enough to help him. No, that's just the part that finally leaked.
It's the leftovers, essentially.
Yes, and because they struggle in weight, which is also a typical thing when you start to think about it, why guys keep moving up in weight. So there's less struggles when they're doping to make weight, and therefore they keep moving up in weight and keep showing no signs of weakening and no signs of aging and no signs of, we don't have to name names. The boxing's right with it, you know? But
All right. So you heard what he said. He said, people who move up in weight. Yeah, you have fighters. He said this. Oh my God, I don't know how. Here, let me just play it again.
doping to make weight, and therefore think about it, why guys keep moving up in weight.
So he said, why guys keep
So
moving
there's
up
less
in weight?
struggles when they're doping to make weight, and therefore they keep moving up in weight and keep showing no signs of
Now, no signs of
weakening
weakness
and no signs of aging.
and aging. Now, there's two fighters who are moving up in weight that had no signs of weakening, we're gonna say, and aging. There's one fighter who has showing no signs of that as he's moving up in weight. Now, I can look on BoxRec, but I'm about to really just spill the beans. I just want to look for myself though to see if there's other fighters that he could be talking about, because I feel like the fighter that he is insinuating, because as you can look at my comment, I said, who are you first? Only two guys that's a high level. And if you guys know, you guys can type in the comments. But it's just something I'm just thinking about. So, okay, I'm looking at these names. All right. He's not talking about Everest because he's been popped before. He can't talk about Benavidez or Benavidez. He's not talking about Fury. The only guys who's, I mean, I'm gonna just put it out here is look, if you guys know about Fundora, he's been at 154 most of his career. This guy, I think these guys move up in weight, but again, like what he said, no has a weakening of aging. I just showed you. If y'all can read between the lines, you just seen the first guy that could be the suspect in this weight class, who's moving up in weight, and has been dominant. You see. Now we're gonna keep going down. You see Devin Haney moved up 2 weight classes, but again, he's young. He's not aging, or nothing like that. I don't think he's talking about Devin. Sabrina Matias, I don't think so. They don't. He haven't moved up class. Tio has, but he hasn't really looked like he's been. This is his first weight class. He has moved up multiple weight classes because you already said we moved up weight classes. Shakur moved up, but Shakur, I don't think he's talking about Shakur because again, Shakur is young. He's not going to show any age. Tank either. These guys right down here, they're not. Shockey, I don't think he has moved many weight classes. I don't think Roach has much. Cadena Navarrete, he moved up, but we seen his fight. He showed, I ain't gonna say age, but he showed a little bit of weakness. He wasn't really big for the class, so you can't be talking about him. And you got your Ray Vargas's, Raymond Ford's. All right, and here go the second guy. There's the second guy. So these are the only two people. Now, Paul, he didn't say the name. I'm just kind of like trying to read between the lines and wonder is he talking about them two dudes in Crawford and UA. Yeah, there you go. Like I wonder to see because again, it just sounds funny the way he said it. Let's just hear it for a fourth time, maybe third time. The way he said this, it's just interesting.
And you get a little bit of tricklage coming out of the fat. and the drugs will come out in small spurts. That's why they're always caught in small doses. And people, the moronic part of the population will say, "Oh, that's not enough to help him." No, that's just the part that finally leaked.
It's the
out.
leftovers, essentially.
Yes, and because they struggle in weight, which is also a typical thing when you start to think about it. Why guys keep moving up in weight? So
All right, and think about it. Them the only two guys that have moved up weight consecutively.
there's less struggles when they're doping to make weight, and therefore they keep moving up in weight.
So he's explaining how like possible reasons you don't have to struggle because when you go up a weight and you taking that stuff, you don't have to cut all that. You can just go up and it will be kind of
And
undetected.
keep showing no signs of weakness.
Look, look what he says. Keep showing no sign. And if I just told you the two guys in Crawford and Inoue, them the only guys who has not shown no signs of aging or weakening. We're gonna say weakening. Crawford will be the guy, being that he's 36 or 35, but he's pretty in this sport of boxing on the older side who has shown no sign of aging.
Weakening and no signs of aging and no signs of. We don't have to
And he said we don't have to name
name
names.
names. This boxing's right.
So it's like we don't have to name names. That means kind of like an elephant in the room is something that you could probably obviously, if you follow it enough, figure out, and I figured it out. But like I said, I don't know. Um, I want to see what if Pro Box will touch on it. But like I said, these are the only two guys, and Terence Crawford and Inoue. Um, these are the two that I feel like can only be the ones that he could be talking about. Um, he has moved up four. Crawford moved up four, or maybe this is Inoue's fifth division. This is Crawford's fourth division. He's undisputed in three of the four weight classes he's entered. He just went to 154. He's trying to get that. My bad. He's undisputed in two of the three. He's trying to get a third in his fourth weight class. Inoue is undisputed in two out of the. Again, I think he's a four division or five. Um, yeah, so undisputed two. So yeah, these are the only two dudes, man. I mean, I'm not saying they are. I hope probably I talk about them, but it kind of almost feel like he is insinuating about them. So it's just again, it's just something to think about. So yeah, yep. I just wanted to kind of touch on that. Um, it's something I wanted to talk about. And yeah, man, know what y'all think. Ain't really much really else. I just wanted to kind of touch on, wanted kind of to hear people's thoughts. Let me know what y'all think. Um, yeah, OTT anyway out. Peace. Peace.